Well, Nittany Nation, we are back here for episode 28
I
on
just
the
don't
Bird
get it.
Council.
I just don't get it.
It's it's going to be hard to be positive today. I don't know if there's a positive in this episode coming.
Oh my god, dude. What happened to us? What happened?
You ask, how many more ways can you lose a game? And we found another way.
I didn't have first play overtime interception on my bingo card this year, though.
I mean, you could have, because that's how the last three losses for Penn State have ended. There's a very common theme for the last three losses.
So we shouldn't have been due then. We should not have been due.
Or Drew was due, because that's how we lose games now.
Oh my god.
We lose games by a game-ending interception by our five-star senior quarterback, Drew Adler.
This is as good as it gets, huh? This is it. That was as close to the mountaintop as we were ever gonna get, huh?
Yeah, last year might have been it. 11-1, made to the semifinals. Coming here this year, the world was our oyster. They had 9 months to prepare for Oregon, and they had 69 yards at halftime, which was not nice.
Dear Lord, it was 17-3 going into the fourth quarter.
Part of me wishes that we just lost 17-3. Because, as you can tell by the title of this episode, there wasn't much hope going into the fourth quarter. We had done nothing in that game. Nothing. And then we get the glimpse of what could be in the fourth quarter. And then in overtime. And then the second overtime happened.
See, I was pretty content with well, all right, that's all she wrote going into the fourth. And then they have to just give you that little bit of hope. They got to be like, oh, wait. Oh, hold on a second. Just to have it just utterly ripped away from you.
Yeah, I've been to a few games at Beaver Stadium. I was at this one. Incredible experience. But the crowd did give in when it was 17-3. You could feel it. You could feel when Oregon scored that touchdown to go up 17-3, that entire stadium deflated.
All the air got let out.
Yeah. And then, 5-6 plays later, we were right back in it because Drew threw the touchdown pass to Ross. And we looked like a college football team again.
Can't take this emotional roller coaster. I can't. I seriously cannot take it.
You just got to live in the lows.
Just live
don't
in
give
the
yourself
gutter.
The highs. Yeah, just don't give yourself the highs.
Oh, so that's the trick there. Just be in a perpetual state of depression. Okay, got it.
Just never hope. Just this is what it is. It's going to be failure and disappointment at the biggest times.
It's just, I can't, dude. I can't believe that happened.
And, James Franklin, after the game, they asked him about the narrative, and he said it's not a narrative anymore. It's factual evidence that he basically admitted that he can't beat good teams.
So oh God, it's just, I have this terrible ringing in my ear that just won't stop. What do we do, dude?
I don't know. We have a knack for, especially since, this has been going on in Franklin's entire tenure at Penn State. but especially with Drew Allers as quarterback, we do not have an offense in the big games. Like plain and simple.
It just goes away. It's not there.
No, our last 10 games against ranked opponents. Penn State's 3-7. None of those 3 wins are against top 6 teams. They came against, an Illinois team that was ranked, Boise, and SMU. Those are the 3 wins. Not exactly murderer's row there. But in those 10 games, Aller's averaging 163 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and half an interception. You can't win with that.
No, that's a problem. That is what you would call an absolute problem.
And I mean, we're talking the last 4 have been 137 yards, 135 yards, 170 yards, 127 yards. Like
oh my God.
There is nothing there.
There are quarterbacks who put those. You can combine all those, and I've seen quarterbacks put those numbers up.
Yeah. Like it might have been the worst professional decision ever for Drew to come back for his senior year.
Oh my God. Could be. His stock is probably just plummeting right now.
There is 0 mock drafts out there with him being a first-round quarterback anymore. Where last year they were talking slipping him into the first round.
Well, he went ahead and shot himself in the foot there now, didn't he?
I have a top 5 for you. Top 5 God. Most overrated Penn State players this year. I told you this wasn't going to be a positive show.
Oh my God. This is so. All right. Let's do this together. Let's start off at 5 and work our way up to 1. So number 5.
Zane Durant.
Okay. There was a lot of talk about him in the offseason. So.
And I think, he was the, undersized defensive tackle that, speed and technique. He's been absent.
Yeah. Absent.
I don't remember his name being called once during the Oregon game.
I think you're right. Dear Lord.
I do not remember it. I think me and you should both have the same number 1 and 2. So I think the only interesting part of this list is 5, 4, 3.
I think we know what our 2 and our 1 are going to be. So I'll go ahead with number 4 there.
4, I have DDS. Hear me out.
Really?
Hear me out. He said coming into this year he was going to be the best defensive end in college football. First game of the year, he came out, 2 sacks, forced fumble, completely destroyed the game. But it was against Nevada. Since then, he has no sacks. And in the overtime, he had no sacks against Oregon. Overtime, he missed the sack on the touchdown in the second overtime. Had clear path to Dante Moore, whiffed on him. Not saying that won or lost the game, but if you're going to be the best defensive end in college football, you didn't do much against FIU. You didn't do much against Villanova, and you didn't make the plays in the big stage when you had one there for you.
All right. I'll give you that one. All right. Now, number 3, I'm very interested in for you. Who do you have for number 3?
My number 3 is Khalil.
I have an interesting one for number 3. Khalil. Okay, Deacon. Okay. So I think we're in the same idea here. I think we're both in the same wheel. I was going to say every single linebacker on Penn State for number 3. Now, my number 3 was every single linebacker on Penn State.
Yeah, Deakins, we had a couple of people on that, brought his name up. That he was the next tight end for tight end you, Penn State. It's going to follow
So
in the
we
Warren.
went opposite ways here. I like that, though. We
Yeah.
did go opposite ways there because I'm going every single linebacker on Penn State is my number 3 biggest disappointment. We're linebacker you, and we got ran over like multiple times that game. Ran right past. Rojas looked like he was wearing his helmet backwards.
Yeah, we had 1 tackle for loss in the game. There was 1 negative play all game for Oregon.
And so now I'm pretty sure you and I are both going to agree here on 2 and 1.
Yeah, 2 is Singleton and 1's Aller.
Yep.
I think that
can't even argue with the 2 biggest disappointments on this team. Right now, it's the K-Tron Allen show. Literally, he's like, here, guys, just put the team on my back, and I'll do as much as I humanly possibly can.
But they refused to give him the ball.
Yep.
They only gave him the ball 12 times.
When he rushed
watching the game, I was just like, when are we going to give K-Tron the ball? Nothing's working. How come we don't give K-Tron the ball? He's averaging 7 yards a carry this year, and we're not going to give him the ball.
It's hard to win the race when you don't let the horse out of the barn.
Yeah, for sure. Supposedly, we've been saving up those horses, and obviously we weren't saving them for Oregon. I don't know what we're saving them for.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's UCLA.
Right. Breaking news. We can break news here on this podcast at least.
Oh, here we go.
The offensive coordinator and UCLA have mutually agreed to depart ways.
Oh, no.
Offensive coordinator Tino Sinceri is no longer the offensive coordinator. So they fired their coach, Sean Foster.
Oh, God.
And then defense coordinator's gone and offense coordinator's gone now, too. So I don't know who's doing what at UCLA right now.
This is the game that we lose. This is the game that Penn State loses. This is going to be that random game where nobody knows what's going on out there. And somehow UCLA is going to win like 10-7 because we don't know what's going on.
Because our offense doesn't know what the hell's going on.
It'll be 45-42 shootout.
I also don't get Colton Nicky, man. He's got to be on the hook too here.
Oh, 100%. Because you really can't blame the defense very much when you hold one of the most high-powered offenses to 27, even though the linebackers couldn't win.
It was 17 after 4 quarters, It was tied 17 going to overtime. So the defense only gave up 17. For as much as we're harping about, the
linebackers got ran over. Yeah, but
overrated, and it was the definition of bend don't break, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But you should be able to win a game giving up 17 points.
Well,
you would think. with a first round quarterback, 2 first round running backs.
If I told you that the Penn State defense was going to hold the Oregon offense to 17 points that whole game, I would have called you a crazy person. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
I would say we win that game 9 out of 10 times. If you're like, all right, knowing nothing else besides Oregon scores 17 at the end of the 4 quarters, I'm saying we win that game 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, you would. I would easily. I'll take that all day.
But we forgot the James Franklin variable and good team, which equals you don't win that game ever.
No,
we haven't won that game since 2016.
You win that game 1 out of 10 times.
1 out of 21 times. I think he's 1-21 against top 5 teams. We just don't win that game. I don't know why. Why sitting there with my overpriced ticket? Why I thought the outcome was
ticket. Yes, I'm so glad that you brought the ticket back into this.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. We almost didn't go to the game, even though we bought the ticket. We bought the tickets for $400 a piece. Outrageous, right? On our way to Beaver Stadium, this is 11, 12 o'clock on Saturday. Tickets were selling for $1,000 a piece.
So now you're sitting here going,
do I just put these on the marketplace and turn around?
Just go, here you go. Have a great time.
It was a serious thought.
Had you known the outcome of the game,
Right.
Gonna
I'd
watch that
rather
from
be I'd rather be sat on my couch than in a stadium full of
I was gonna say you're gonna watch
112,000
that
people.
from the comfort of your own couch with no traffic, no BS. The vibes being so down.
Traffic wasn't that bad. I was also I'll put myself in the douche category on the way out.
Oh, let me hear this. Okay,
I
since we've lost all hope in Penn State
Right.
football, let's hear about the story time.
Yeah, story time. Penn State parking. Awful. Like there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. So we're parked at the hospital lot, which is the general admission lot, because it's the cheapest lot. And I've been there. This is the third time we've parked there. The first 2 times it took like an hour or 2 to get out because it's just a line of people and people aren't moving, people aren't courteous. Well, I saw a line of sight to the front of the line, just straight to the front of the line. So I took that chance, and I just edged myself in.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go ahead.
Like the douchey driver I was. And I was in a rental car.
All you gotta do the whole time is just go, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got it. Cool.
There wasn't even sorry. I was in a rental car, so I didn't care at that point. I got the insurance.
You had insurance on that thing. I'll turn this thing to a bumper car right now. I don't care.
Yep. It was a Jeep Wrangler. Like I'm squeezing in here. So I got out of that parking lot in about 5 minutes.
Oh my God, you're so lucky. You're stoked. You're gonna be in there for hours. You got out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, like that was the best part of my day. Was all right, driving like a douche and just cutting the line.
Best in the parking lot to get Penn State football game was me leaving the parking lot in 5 minutes. The best part of the Penn State football game was me leaving the Penn State football game.
Yeah, I've never seen when Oregon got the interception. The announced attendance was 111,000. Like nobody left because why would you have left that game?
Right.
I mean, unless you left before the fourth quarter, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
But as soon as that ball was intercepted, it was 112,000 people just dead silent. You could hear a pin drop.
Oh, I bet you could hear fucking like the Oregon players like cheering. I bet you could like physically hear them yelling on the field.
Maybe if I was closer.
Yeah, not you. I mean, not you, but like I bet you certain people could. Let's say the game was right here. He was right about there.
I was in the upper deck above the student section.
Oh God, so it was extra loud for you then.
Yeah. Like we were above the student, got the firsthand experience of the student section. They were throwing stuff on the field because Oregon charged them basically at the end of the game there.
Yeah. Do they serve alcohol in that stadium?
Oh yeah.
I had to make sure. Yeah, so there was some rowdy fans.
$15 will get you anything you want. $15 a game.
Anything you say.
Well, a few choices at least.
Don't tempt me with the good times, sir.
But yeah, that was the quietest I've ever heard. 111,000 people was when that interception happened.
Oh, I probably
nobody left.
No, I bet everyone was in shock.
It was just a collective. What just happened? Because it was
collective
the first
gut
play.
Punch.
Yeah, like Oregon scored a touchdown on their first play of that second overtime, and Penn State's first play of that overtime was the interception. Like it was just what just happened? I thought we had all the momentum. Like we were looking pretty good here. Like we had an actual shot. And then it all came crashing down.
As per usual.
Per the right arm of Drew Haller. It's like Zeus, but bad.
Well, I guess the good news is he's a senior.
Right. Like, all right. So I have a question here.
Oh God. Here we go.
Because my second option for a name for this episode was going to be insanity. Because what's the famous quote about insanity?
Oh, if you it's Einstein's quote is so doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Do you keep rolling with Drew?
Over and over. Oh my God. Could you imagine if James Franklin benched him and what would happen to his draft stock?
Right. Like, we have a clear history here. We have 10 games. It's not a small sample size. We have 10 games against ranked opponents. And pretty much all of them have been terrible.
You've won 3.
Like, he looked good against Oregon, but that final drive, he threw an interception to end the game. Like, there's always flashes with him, but the general consensus is he's not going to win you a football game.
If anything, he's going to lose you the game.
Right. Lately, he's been the reason. And like, I get, you can't use the receiver excuse this year because they went and got 3 guys they thought would fix that. We heard all summer, hey, this solves our biggest problem with Pena, Hudson, and Ross. Hudson was a no-show.
Yeah, cool. We put a fresh new coat of paint on the boat, but we didn't see the hole in the side of it.
Right. Hudson was a complete no-show. I don't think he registered a stat. Ross caught the one ball, and then Pena had the run. Like, the wide receivers didn't show up, and we were told all summer, hey, these 3 solves our wide receiver problems.
This is just like a collective kick in the dick.
It's just another lie that we were told.
Liars! You lied to us again! And we just sit here. And here's the and we just sit here and take it. He's like, oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Okay. Yep, if you guys say so. Yep. Yeah. Oh, new wide receivers. Okay, cool. That solved the problem. All right. Liar! You liars!
7 years ago, James Franklin made probably his most iconic press conference where he said they're trying to go from great to elite. That was 7 years ago now. And for 3 years now, we've heard how Drew Aller's going to take the next step. He's going to take the next step. I think he fell off the steps. Like,
I almost want 2 years ago Drew Aller than now Drew Aller.
I mean, it's the same for the most part. They're not winning big games.
No, they weren't. That's true.
Like, Drew Aller has not won a big game. His biggest win right now would probably be, I don't know, that Illinois.
Boise State in the playoffs.
Yeah, but even
he's got one last chance. Basically, he has one chance. That's it. Before he will be dubbed the biggest disappointment in Penn State history, probably. If he doesn't beat Ohio State, it's over. It's over for him in Penn State. Just the amount. I mean, and I feel bad for this kid. I mean, what? You're 22 years old, and the whole state of Pennsylvania is just like, hey, it's your fault.
I'd feel worse pre-NIL days.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're right.
It's reported he's making $2.5 million this year.
Oh, then you know what? Go away. Just get out. Get out. All right. Time for a quarterback battle.
He is making $2.5 million to beat FIU, Nevada, Villanova, UCLA, Northwestern.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about NIL. Forget all of that. Yeah. On your way, buddy. Okay. Thanks, but no thanks.
Like, unfortunately, I don't think Franklin has the balls to do it.
No.
If you're going to do it, you would do it this week against UCLA.
You would start testing out new quarterbacks. This would be the prime time to do it.
Like, I'm not even saying start Grunkmeyer. Work him in a little bit. Just see what you got.
That would be. It's such a Penn State football quarterback name too. Grunkmeyer. Like, have that ready.
Like a Penn State player.
Yeah, just that's blue collar. It's got blue collar written all over it.
Yeah, like at this point, you know, they say like when you have the two quarterback thing, like you could take the offense out of rhythm. We're not in a rhythm. Haven't been all
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, cool. Oh, we're a little off. We're a little off key right now. A little off tune.
Like, how much worse can this offense be? It's been dreadful all year.
And so
69 yards in the first half.
all that cat and mouse talk I talked about, you know, for all those weeks. Yeah, that one's on me.
The cat one.
That's on me. That one's 100% on me. I thought maybe we were playing some Chinese food mind games or something. Nope. Just turns out this is what we got. These are the cards we were dealt.
The cat caught that mouse a long time ago.
Yeah, I thought it was alive. Turns out the cat was just playing with it.
and Saturday night, the cat finally put it on the bed.
Yeah, and it was like, I brought you a present. And we're like, I didn't want that. I definitely did not want this. Please take this away from me right now.
Yeah, like at some point, Penn State's at a crossroads. Like plain and simple.
My mental psyche is at a crossroads. All of my teams are losing. All of that. Every single one of them is losing. Okay? I know God gives his like strongest battles to his toughest soldiers, but I think you might have made a mistake here, Lord. I don't know if I am the strongest for this battle. I mean, you may have bitten off a little more than I can chew.
Like it was a somber hour drive to Altoona, to the hotel.
Like this was one of the worst weekends ever for me. Like all the way through, all the way to today. Even my Padres lost today too, to the Cubs, to the friggin' Cubs.
We're driving on the highway home, and my wife, bless her heart, you know, well, at least they came back, made it close. Don't want to hear it.
No. I would have rather have lost 50 to nothing. We would have been home an hour ago.
Like they got to that overtime and just the 2020 hindsight, you know.
Yeah.
I know you don't typically do it when you're the home team, but when they scored that touchdown with 30 seconds left, Penn State, have the balls go for two.
I know.
Win it right then and there.
Like, the way this game was going, we've got all the momentum. Just punch it in there and call it a day.
Right. Just give it to K-Tron and live and die by it.
Yep. And then you can just say, hey, listen, we live by the run, we die by the run. I would be a lot more happy with this game, how it ended, if we go for two and he just gets stuffed at the line. And then we say, oh yeah, it's at least he went for it, which is awesome. But right. Then like it would have made me feel a little bit more confident than, just laying that egg right there.
Right. Like you had all the momentum at that point. You had Oregon's defense on its heels. Your defense had been out on the field all game, so they were getting gassed. Dante Moore was cooking. Like you had all the momentum, and you could have just went and tried to get 3 yards and win the game. I think if you use that explanation right there, hey, we just scored 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, like quickly.
We're just bury him right here. We're just gonna bury him right here.
We had the momentum. The defense was gassed. We were gonna try to go win the game. I think that goes over better than what transpired, but I mean that's part of the hindsight too.
It's the hindsight though. We'll say if we go for two there and he misses it, we're going, what are you doing? What are you thinking? The defense, what? Come on.
Right, like because the only part that's not normal about that is being the home team and doing it. If you're the away team, you go for two every time there.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you look fucking putrid for 3 quarters.
It was bad. To say nonetheless.
I think we're far enough in the episode to where swearing is allowed.
I think you're right. I think given these fucking circumstances, I think we're okay.
Yeah, like as we were leaving, even the Duck fans like knew, let's not celebrate at this moment. Like even they were quiet, shuffling out.
Because they were like, tomorrow these people all the majority of these people become Eagles fans tomorrow. And they will easily just become Eagles fans tonight if we do anything.
Yeah, like
the only thing keeping the Penn State fans calm. That they saw the green and they're like, okay, birds play tomorrow. Eagles play tomorrow. We ducks are birds.
Yeah, because usually this was the first loss I've seen at Penn State where I went to the stadium and watched. This was the first loss that I've witnessed. I've seen on the road. Like I've seen that. I was at the Big Ten championship game last year against Oregon where they lost. I was at the Michigan game a couple years ago that they lost. The Ohio State game they lost. I'll just keep naming the big teams and
that's not like you've never been. It's not like you've never been to a loss. It was just your first home loss.
Yeah, first home loss. And like I said, just the somberness of everybody just shuffling out. And Oregon fans were dead quiet too. Like
they had to wait. They had to wait to get to their car. They were just sitting there. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Right. And I mean, they didn't really, there wasn't a ton of them really. I don't know how it looked on TV, but
it was, I think the Oregon fans were wearing white jerseys too, because there was almost zero green in the stands. It was almost like they were wearing white also.
Yeah. I know they were, online, there was talks of them taking over Beaver Stadium, but I mean, Auburn was the most I've ever seen it filled up with opposing fans.
Really?
Auburn came out, and that orange against the white stuck out.
Yeah, that's a clash.
But there was a ton of them, of Auburn fans that
just a checkerboard in the stands.
But I mean, for the most part, all the Ducks fans we saw, they were pretty cool. There wasn't like any like heated back and forth because they knew what we knew. We don't win this game.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't win the game. We gave them the game, so it's not like you're like, oh my god, what we dominated most of the game. But there's 4 quarters in a game for a reason. But yeah, and most people who go to Oregon, I know a few people who've gone to Oregon. They're all pretty stand up people. You don't get a lot of hooting and hollering from Oregon fans. They're pretty respectable people.
The players, on the other hand.
Yeah, I know. I get it, but I'm talking about the fans from my personal anecdotal experience. Oregon fans have always been pretty, right down the middle, good game. Hey, good luck next time kind of fans.
Yeah, like I personally didn't like their entire team running at the student section. Like,
granted, now if it was on the other side in the other end zone, they would have headed straight to that end zone too, though. If they had the ball, they ran on the other side.
They ran 80 yards to the student section.
Oh wait, they did. I must have already. I think I must have already like checked out or not noticed it because they were probably changing cameras to the coaches and stuff. I probably didn't notice that they ran. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little cheeky.
To the student section, and
it's a little cheeky.
So you can't play both sides of it where you say the crowd and student section didn't have any part of the game and then run over to the student section like that.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, but that's one of the loudest crowds in the world, not even in college football. That's one of the loudest crowds in the world. So you're going to be affected by that, whether or not you say you are. There's no way around that.
Yeah. Because, Dan Lanning, I don't like that guy. I'm sorry.
He looked like
he's one of those guys.
He looked like he was on coke at the end of his speech. He was grinding his teeth. I was like, brother, what were you doing at halftime?
That guy's constantly on a Zyn, but
well, hold on. There's nothing wrong with that. I just thought he might have been a little zooted.
But he's one of those coaches that you hate if he's not your coach.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
He's one of those
if he was
guys.
your coach, you're doing the same thing.
I'm running through a wall for that dude, straight up. But he's not. So no,
Right.
fuck that
He's
guy.
not our coach. We have the coach that can't win a big game.
No, he doesn't know what a big game is. He wouldn't know what a big game win was if it slapped him in the face.
But if you look at Dan Lanning, his big wins are pretty much only against us.
Yeah, but they've always been when they needed to be.
Right.
Granted, it's still when they needed to be done.
Do we discount his wins because they've come against us?
Yeah. Can we put an asterisk because they're Penn State wins? They're like, come on.
Because they're James Franklin and you were ranked in the top 6.
You basically knew you were going to win this game.
I think once they forced overtime, he was kind of shitting bricks. He almost had to be.
Oh yeah, 100%. He was probably like, what just happened?
Yeah, like I wish
45 minutes in this game, domination. In the span of 15 minutes, shit just hit the fan.
Like I wish there was the alternate universe where we see what happens when we win one of these games. What happens to the other people? Like what happens?
Had we not shot that damn gorilla back in 2014 or whatever, we would have known. Penn State would have had 4 national championships by now. Do you understand me?
That was the domino.
Gosh, that's all. It all goes back to that damn gorilla. Christian Hackenberg on a Heisman Trophy season. Boom! All of a sudden, he falls off. Coincidence? I think not.
Like, I just wanted to know what the narratives would have been. You know what I mean? For Oregon, for Dan Lanning. I know what they would have been for Franklin. It would have been, well, Oregon wasn't that good. They're top 6. They weren't ready yet. They weren't that good yet.
They're not.
We know that side of it.
Be. Yeah.
Right. We know that side of it. What would have been the Oregon narrative on that side?
Oh my God! What have we done?
We lost to James Franklin.
Oh God! I mean, this is horrible. In all my years, I never.
It's been a rough few days, man.
Brady, you were telling me.
I signed off of Twitter, so I couldn't look at Twitter for a couple days.
Smart. That was probably the smartest thing you could have done for your mental health, if we're going to be completely honest here.
It was, My wife was like, hey, you're taking this better than I thought you would. Like, try not to remind myself what happened.
Well, I just crawled myself into the bottom of a can, and that's pretty much how I solved that problem.
I had the 7-hour drive home on Sunday.
It's a lot of time to think. A lot of time to think.
It is.
You're like, oh, look, a bridge. I could just.
The rental car is fully insured.
Hey, honey, just hop out real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
you might want to call an Uber.
We kind of said all season you had to beat Oregon or Ohio State. And Ohio State looks like a wagon again.
Yep.
They look maybe better than last year.
I mean, we'll see. In the next 2 weeks, you're going to find out whether or not that's the case there, I think. Because
Washington was averaging like 50 points a game and didn't score a touchdown against them.
Yeah. So. Ohio State's the real deal. Who else is the real deal right now? Who I think is just
real deal, just so we feel better.
Yeah, Oregon might be the real deal.
We can have losses against number 1 and number 2.
That'll still get you in the playoffs.
You got to beat Indiana.
That's the problem, and they look pretty good too.
They get Oregon not this week, but next week. So,
at least we get a tune-up game. We've got UCLA coming up.
We got UCLA, Northwestern, Iowa.
Couple tune-up games. That's a perfect perfect time to start Grunkmeyer, really start easing him into that first string, really get him comfortable with the offense. So come Iowa, we're good to go.
You want to know what's the worst thing? We're Iowa right now.
We don't have a fucking Nebraska right now, bro.
we're Iowa because we got the great defense, but we don't have the guy at quarterback that can do just enough to win games with that good defense. We are Iowa right now. That Iowa game might be 3-6.
Oh my god. If that's the case, then we have to fire James Franklin. I'm sorry. It's a great run, Jimmy, but you're gonna have to go, brother.
Like I think that stretch is gonna be. I mean, we just came in and said this is Oregon's the biggest game of his career, and we saw how that went.
Oops.
But falling against Oregon now makes that Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana stretch. Like you kind of got to go 2-1 there at worst. You go 1-2. You go 1-2.
Yeah,
you're done.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta listen. You can't lose any of these games going forward. You gotta win out. I mean, in a fan's eye, you've got to win out to Ohio State. If you lose any of these games, we need torches and pitchforks.
Yeah, like the stupid part is you see the realistic part where they play Ohio State close, they beat Indiana, they're 10-2, and they slip into playoffs. And everybody's like, well, he made the playoffs.
It is.
I seen something today. I don't know if I'll get this saying right or not, but are you just happy with being at the table, making the playoffs? No, 9-10 wins every year. Are you just happy being at the table, but you're closer to being off the table than you are to the head of the table?
And honestly, it seems like that though. It doesn't seem that there's any other way to look at it than that. It's like, oh yeah, he's just happy to be there, as opposed to wanting to be like, leading the dinner.
Right. Like, does the administration at Penn State, are they just happy being at the table?
It feels like after all of that hoopla we heard over summer, how about they're investing money into the sports teams and the new complex? I mean, hope that you're not just complacent with where you're at right now.
I mean, just making the playoffs makes that team a bunch of money.
A lot of money.
But, and if you, there's two ways it goes if you get rid of James Franklin. It either goes the Georgia route when they fired Mark Richt, and they hired Kirby Smart, and they won 2 national championships.
Or you go the way of Texas.
Or you go the way of Nebraska. And
or Nebraska.
Haven't had a winning record in 10 years.
A lot of teams you can throw into that other side.
Yeah, because, I mean, in comparison, yes, you'd rather be Penn State than Nebraska. But how much fun is it to be Georgia?
Right. Like just a little taste of the glory.
Like, if you were to think like outlandish, like, but could they get Nick Saban for a few years?
Hear me out. John Gruden is available.
John Gruden's available. Like, who's got that itch that you can?
We don't want Bill Belichick. We definitely don't want him. Oh my God, what has he done to those poor Tar Heels? What has he done?
Or what if you could get Urban Meyer out of retirement?
Now we're talking.
Like, maybe Urban's got that one. He was this close to coming instead of Bill O'Brien.
I mean, Pete Carroll's not looking so great at the Raiders.
Pete's pretty old though.
Old as dust.
I don't know if he still got it in him. You look at Saban on game day, you're like, he's got a couple more years in him.
That guy's piss and vinegar.
Yeah, he's got a couple more years in him.
Nick Saban coaching Penn State would just be absolutely insane.
Right. I mean, it's never gonna happen, but it's fun to think about.
Yeah, at this point we should be thinking about next season anyway. So, we got to get all these thoughts and ideas into our head.
Right. I don't do you see a scenario where we miss the playoffs at 10-2, 9-3, where James Franklin's the coach next year?
No. I think there was so much hype going into this season that if he didn't meet that expectation, that he's out.
Right. Like the team regressed as of right now.
Yeah. As of now, I would agree.
Like, I get we have 7 more games in the regular season. No, 8 more games in the regular season. But they're worse than they were last year.
Yeah.
And not by a little.
No, it's noticeable. When we weren't dog walking FIU and Villanova, that's where I started had a little concern. That's where I started bringing up that cat and mouse narrative.
Mm-hmm. But here's
the
other thing you hear, just because there are James Franklin loyalists, is Oregon's ranked number 2, and they needed double overtime to beat you.
It's true though.
There's always a freaking out for this guy.
Always. He's like always has a way out every single time.
Like last year's, we just didn't have the receivers. Well, who brings the players in?
Who does the recruiting here?
Right. This year, it's, first loss is, well, they're the number 2 team now. And it took double overtime. It should have never even got that far. If you played the first 3 quarters like you played the fourth quarter, you would have
won that game 35-17.
Right. Like, it's so frustrating that every year you come in, hey, this is the year. Like, boys are looking good, sounding good, and then we go against a ranked opponent.
And boom.
Same old. I think we'll know what Penn State administration thinks if Franklin goes, if Penn State misses the playoff and he comes back. We know as fans, Penn State's not serious about winning a national championship. They're just happy being at the table. If he comes back next year without making the playoff, we're just happy to be there.
Yep. I couldn't agree with you more there.
Even at 10-2, and even if we make the playoff, if we don't win a playoff game, like, what were we doing? Like, not living up to expectations.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, it's so frustrating.
And I mean, if you do bring in a new coach, it could go so bad, or
it could
take the next step.
Oh my God, it's so frustrating.
Like, I don't know what I would do if Penn State went 7-5. I would be the most unhappiest person in the world.
You'd have to blow it up then, though. You would just have to blow it all up.
Well, I'm just saying, if they moved on from James Franklin and went 7-5 with a new coach.
Oh God.
Like, then we're all wishing we had James Franklin.
That just it's whataboutisms that is just gonna give me an early heart attack.
Right. Like, there's probably a word out there that smarter people than I know, to where we're just in this space and it's the worst possible space ever.
I think it's called purgatory.
Yeah. We're in a purgatory where, okay, we're never gonna win the national title with James Franklin. It's never gonna happen. It just isn't. But if you go and hire somebody else, maybe you don't even make a bowl game. Like, that roster is going to be loyal to Franklin.
Yeah, 100%.
You get rid of James Franklin, that next year is probably a throwaway year.
Oh, you're going to lose so many guys. So many guys are just going to go with him in the portal.
I don't think he gets hired right away.
Really?
I don't think the stock's ever been so low as it is right now on James Franklin. I think this is the absolute, well, if he goes and loses to Ohio State and Indiana, if he gets fired, stock's already at an all-time low. Like, we're going to Great Depression this if he gets fired. Because you look, he came up as a wide receiver, offensive coordinator, head coach. What's been the biggest issue at the tail end of his tenure here? It's been the offense and wide receivers. You're going to hire James Franklin to be your OC? Nobody's going to like that.
No, nobody's going to like that at all.
There's not a team out there that's going to be like, oh, did you hear who we got for the offensive coordinator? We got James Franklin.
James Franklin. No, God, no.
Like, that's the purgatory we're in right now. Is you love being at the table with him, but that's all you're ever going to be.
We award you the title as Jedi, but we do not consider you master.
That's the truth of it, and it really sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Right. We as fans, we invest so much time, and they're always asking for money for NIL now and the stadium, and you're not seeing the next step that he's always preaching.
No, and it's always such a huge, carrot on a stick in front of us. It's always just that carrot on a stick. Because
you're always this close. You're always one or two plays away from being that. Like, if Drew doesn't make that interception against Notre Dame and we win that game, we're playing in the national title against Ohio State. Like, the offense shows up, 5 minutes earlier than they did. We beat Oregon. Like, we're always this close to being an elite team.
Good, not great.
I would say great, but not elite.
Well, no. Yes, on Saturday, we were good, not great.
Yeah.
We didn't have to be elite. All we had to do was be great to win that game, and we couldn't even be great. We were just good.
The defense was great.
Right, but the defense is the problem we have on this team. It's the lack of it's the lack of anything on offense.
Yeah, the lack of a pulse on offense is, I don't know how you fix it. At this point of the season,
I don't know if you can.
Right, at this point of the season, how do you fix it? You had all off season to get this thing humming and churning and going in the right direction, and it just comes out entirely flat.
Laid an egg, literally laid an egg.
Yeah, all summer we're hearing, Penn State has the best defensive coordinator and the best offense. They have the best tandem of coordinators in the country, and the offense has been this terrible through 4 games.
I don't know what we do.
And you're watching the games, you're like, none of this is easy. Like, they can't do anything on offense easy.
No, everything is earned. It's not just, look at that, they broke out for a 27-yarder, or look at that. No, everything is just chunk, dip, dive, just little just cutting your way down the field.
And then one of the things that just sent me over the edge in the post game was, we got to find some easier throws for our quarterback. The dude's a 3-year starter senior. He's a senior. He's been starting.
Make the hard throws. Make the hard throws.
He's been to the national semifinal last year. What are we talking about? We got to make it easy for him. This should be the most advanced offense in college football. We have the most experienced quarterback. with the most, the strongest arm, the biggest. We have the prototypical pro quarterback who supposedly has all the things to be a prototypical pro quarterback. And we're talking about 5 games into his senior season as a 3-year starter. Well, we got to make it easy for him. What are we
Bullshit.
doing? What are we doing?
I don't know.
That's something you say about your, redshirt freshman that's starting. We got to find him some easy throws, build his confidence up. That's not something you say about your senior quarterback that's been starting for 3 years.
Nah, it's kind of a slap in the face to him, too.
He deserves it. Wake up.
True.
Make the plays. I mean, every criticism is earned on his end by his play. Like, we're not sitting here saying, he's out partying or he's not focused on the year. Everything we hear is he lives at the facility and he's putting in more time than anybody.
Well, you see, maybe that's your problem right there. Maybe he needs to go play a little beer pong, okay? Maybe he needs to go, sleep around a little bit, have a little college experience, Go to a couple frat parties, raise the roof a little bit. Go have a beer or two.
Yeah, it's that remember the Titans moment where, Denzel Washington walks in. Is football fun? No.
Yes, no fun at all, sir.
Yeah, that offense is having zero fun.
Oh, God, no. I can only imagine what the film sessions are like.
And what's crazy, if you watch that sideline, Drew is completely disconnected from the rest of the team. He walks to the sideline by himself. Every time out, he's just off to the side throwing while the entire offense is in a huddle.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I don't want to say the team. I don't know if this team has, if the players themselves have any faith in him anymore as being the guy.
And then that becomes a whole nother issue because
it'll never be said. It'll never be said out loud. But you could see, I saw a video on Twitter after the game of Tony Rojas, and you could read his lips, and he said, "I'm tired of this." After the Drew interception.
As he should be, though. I mean, you put in all that work to hold the team to 17 just for your offense put up on your end.
Fired out 69 yards at halftime. I don't even know if they were at 100 yards when the fourth quarter started.
Fuck.
It has to be hard for that defense to stay amped up, knowing we got to carry the load because the offense hasn't shown the ability to be there.
Can't do anything. Yeah.
And they're out on the field all game because the offense can't sustain a drive.
It's a 3 and out, maybe a first down, then another.
You're setting up a direct confrontation of this defense hates this offense.
I can see that narrative.
They're not playing complementary football at all.
No. It is a situation unlike any other, as they say.
Yeah, and I mean the tension in that, we don't know, but I would imagine the tension in that locker room, have to be able to cut it with a knife.
Oh, 100%.
You just held almighty Oregon to 17 points in regulation, and the offense couldn't poop anything out until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, if you're Knowles, you're not happy. You're like, we did everything. We literally did everything to set you guys up for greatness, and you guys can't even put the ball in the goddamn end zone.
And I mean, even then, I get Knowles is all the players are new to his scheme here. It wasn't a great performance besides on the scoreboard.
Right.
They didn't put Oregon into 3rd and longs, 0 sacks, 0 turnovers, 1 tackle for loss all game. They had 1 negative play all game. But what's the most important thing is the score on the scoreboard, and it was 17 points.
Exactly. And that's just anyway. It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there.
Right. You come in the game, hey, offense, you give us 20, we win the game.
You're signing up for that all day.
Yeah. All right. I think we got some of the stuff off our chest.
Yeah. Do you feel a little better? You got a little rant. No.
I'm more riled up, but that's what Friday show's for.
Exactly. That's the, continue where this left off and maybe talk a little about UCLA.
Right. Like another therapy session on Friday. We'll talk about how UCLA doesn't know who's calling the offensive or defensive plays for Saturday.
It should be fun.
And Penn State's got to do the West Coast travel thing, so they'll come out sluggish, so it'll be 0-0 after the first quarter. We'll think it's Armageddon again.
UCLA will probably score first with a field goal or something.
Right. UCLA will be up 3-0 after the first quarter, and social media will be, pitchfork and flamethrowers and end up winning 40-3 or something stupid. But in the end, it won't matter because what we did against Oregon.
There you go. That's one way to put it.
Like we might get past the Oregon game in time for the Iowa game, maybe.
Yeah, maybe if there's time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we went for an hour today. That's our longest episode.
Longest ever by a landslide.
By about double.
Yeah. we had some feelings here. Okay, we had some feelings we had to express.
We had to get some stuff off our chest. Exactly. I don't know if it's all off yet or not, but
that's what, like you said, that's what Friday's for.
Friday we can get some more off of our chest. So we'll catch you same time on Friday, 9:30. We might talk some UCLA. We might not. We might still just be hating ourselves and our team.
We might still be talking about the apocalypse that is Penn State.
But we'll be here Friday.
Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed this, tell a friend to tell a friend. Other than that, all right.